Hi guys, and welcome back. I am still taking a walk. Welcome to Chengi's World, guys. I am still taking you around my little village, if you can call it that, my little town, and the little walking spaces that we have here. And I'm hoping that I can film this video and be done with it before the sun sets. It's actually around 8 p.m, so it's quite late, but you know, with daylight saving and it being sort of English summer, is it English spring? I think we're still in the spring. Look at all that, beautiful. It's just so lovely. I mean, how can you not feel close to God how can you not feel close to who you are? Can you hear the sound of birds chirping? It's just incredible. It's just so beautiful. Okay, so today's video is really, I want to talk about desperation in relationships. There is nothing more unattractive and unsexy than a desperate woman. Desperation is this horrible scent that is nothing that you can do about it on the outside. It's something that you have to do on the inside. It's a work that you have to do within, because it's a scent that comes from mindsets and often comes from constant rejection. Number one, constantly meeting Mr. Wrong and being rejected, or you start to get desperate because you start to feel like, who is going to want me? Then there's a desperation that is caused by time and the reality that we have a ticking clock, that our bodies as women have time spans. Thank God we get to stop giving birth. Imagine if you give birth into 100 years. Oh my goodness, could your body handle it? Thank God. I mean, it is a good thing that there is a place where the body can stop having children. But we want that chance to have those children when we're young, and we want to prolong that as much as possible. But with careers and education and everything else that we have to deal with in the modern day, sometimes that ability to have those kids while you're young enough to run after them and all sorts is taken away from you, and you don't always get the opportunity. So what happens is you start to get to a sort of level where you're sort of in your mid to late 20s and you start to get desperate. I think it's sad when somebody in their 20s starts to get desperate, but I think you're looking at your clock and you're thinking, my goodness, time is fast spent. So any dream will do, any guy will do, anyone with a masculine physique who has the right thing to say and semi-conscious will do. But what ends up happening is you end up delaying your life anyway. You end up creating a delay because that person that we think will do is only going to come and take a chunk of your life. Here's the thing, I've seen so many women make do with a guy who many women make do. I've got friends who have made a career of making do. Oh, I've invested 100 years in this guy, 4 years, 3 years in this guy, and I just wanted to work. But look, acting out of desperation is only going to waste your life, because you're better off walking away from a 4-year investment than engaging in another 20 years investment that is only going to come to nothing. What we don't realize is sometimes sacrificing that relationship that is just not giving you what you need and what you want, even if you've invested 5 years into it, is 5 years of grief compared to 10, 15 years of grief with the guy that you knew was wrong, who's going to leave you anyway, but this time older, this time with children. Or that you will finally do, you know what, I've had enough of you. I don't have it in me to tolerate you anymore. And I have seen women sell themselves short, successful, beautiful women with everything to offer the world, sell themselves short because of this attitude of desperation. Don't get me wrong, time is ticking, but time must not inform you to settle. Time must inform you to make quick and right decisions. I realize that I am going to turn 40 this year, and the chance of me having another child are getting slimmer and slimmer. I am not particularly bothered about whether I have another child or not, but I am aware that I might meet somebody who might want one. And it might be for them a deal breaker if they can't have one. But here's the thing, that just means that I have to eliminate and disqualify more quickly and go through a guy's character and check his integrity and check his life and check what he's about more quickly than not. You know, I can't afford to waste weeks, days, emotional investment on somebody that is clearly not right for me. So what I do is, because I understand my value and I understand the time is ticking, I am not going to waste. I am better off alone, working on myself, improving myself, and creating enough energy to attract the right guy than allowing the wrong guy to come into my life and waste my time. And whether you like it or not, Mr. Just Right Now for now is wasting your time and delaying your joy and delaying your peace and delaying the things that you actually want. One of the things that you have to do first and foremost to get rid of this attitude of desperation is come to a place where you know your value and where you sacrifice the sacred lamb. You know, each and every one of us has to get to that point where if I never got married, it's not the end of the world. If I never had children, it's not the end of the world. Because I alone was sent here on earth with a mission that can change multiple lives. As an individual, I can change lives. And I have to be honest, you know, being part of Chengi's World and reading you guys' emails, I know I'm changing so many lives and I'm giving so much perspective to so many of you. And I know that from the emails you guys send me and the value that I'm giving to you, that I realize that purpose is all that we need. And I think I spoke about purpose in loneliness. I hope that in 2017 you get to understand your purpose, and your number one purpose is not to get married and have children, but to find that place and that thing that you wake up every morning and do that sparks joy and changes somebody else's life. Desperation comes as a result of not understanding your purpose. Now, some of us, our purpose is to be somebody's wife because and to be somebody's mother and to raise kings and to birth kings and queens and world changers. And maybe you were born just to give birth to somebody. And there are many of us. And, you know, if I'm going to go back to the Bible, yes, I would say that, you know, God created women to support the man and to help the man. Were it not for Adam being born, being created, then there would be no need for Eve. But it was that Adam, it was not good for Adam to be alone. So God created women to help him. So yes, of course it is our natural yearning, but God has a greater purpose, had a greater purpose than just that. And we have to sort of realize that until you find your meaning in life, you will chase down and allow users and time wasters into your life. Let me tell you something. If you can get to a point in your life where you are whole alone, if you can get to a point where whether you wake up next to somebody or not, you are still a whole and complete person, I guarantee you, good things will come your way. The right guy will come your way. The children will come your way. But if you don't, you are going to try and fill that bottomless pit with Mr. Wrong. You're going to fill that bottomless pit with people that will simply waste your time. Johnny will come and take 6 months. Paul will come and take a year. Simon will take 4 years. Then will come Junior, who will take 4 years, live with you, use you up, and then meet Sally and marry her. Oh, but he didn't believe in getting married. Just a piece of paper, isn't it? Girl, look. A wise woman protects herself. Protecting yourself is your responsibility. And the one thing that will let any woman's guard down, the one thing that will let a woman make the most stupid, ridiculous decision is desperation. It's the one thing. When I find a woman accepting a situation where she is not honored, where she is not respected and loved and cherished by the man that is in her life, it's because somehow she let desperation come through. You've dated too many guys who've treated you badly, and now you think any dream will do. You've let so many men waste your time, and now you're getting older. But let me tell you something, it's not the end of the world. Getting older is great. I am loving turning 40. I've been looking forward to it forever, since Sex in the City. I just thought, oh my God, I'm gonna be a whole new kind of sexy. Woo! There is something in every stage of life to be celebrated. And I cannot tell you how much peace comes from accepting the way things are. Now, does that mean that you must not yearn for love, pray for love, and wait on God for love, and send out that energy and that signal for love? Of course, we are better in twos. We are better together. We are better together. But I have to not be so desperate that I am prepared to deplete myself. I am prepared to be emptied in order for someone else to be full. You know, when you are in the right relationship and it's real and it's right, then you feed each other and you're better versions of each other, and you are exploring yourselves and creating something bigger than your individual. And if you're with somebody who makes you feel worthless and wasting your time, check yourself for desperation. The answer is come to a place in yourself, experience solitude. It is on these walks, by this very river, this very lake, that I found wholeness. Taking one step, being okay alone, experiencing nature, experiencing the beauty of God. Look at this. This world is beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. There's so much to celebrate. And I started to be grateful for the little things, for the legs to walk, for the trees. I remember walking down this very path and looking at the trees and thinking to myself, wow, gratitude will take you out of desperation. Reflection will take you out of desperation. Prayer will take you out of desperation, because when you feel full, you don't need to be desperate. You don't need another human being to fill it. And when you do need that person, when you come to a nice, healthy place, then the right person comes your way. So I want to encourage you, at whatever age you are, even if you're 60 or 70, don't settle. I have just hooked up one of my girlfriends, and she's 60, and she is so in love and so happy. And I had to fight her all the way to stop desperation. Men who just wanted to talk to her for money. I had to force her to delete certain numbers. She didn't like me for a while. But guess what? She's found love. She's so happy. She deserves it. But you've got to be prepared to let go of that desperation, let go of the past. Today my pastor said, it's time to bury the past. Dig a hole and bury it. And you know, I've always thought that, but I just heard it for the first time in a new way. Bury your past. It's time to let it go. Because what's left is nothing but desperation. And as long as you allow yourself to be desperate, as long as you reflect on your past and the failures of the past and the things that you were not able to apprehend in your past, you will always be desperate. But if you turn over a leaf today, a new leaf, and you say to yourself, I am worthy and it's a new day and I want what's best, the promise is coming your way. So that's from me to you, saying thank you so much for watching, for liking, subscribing and sharing my videos. And see you soon on my next video. Make sure you subscribe. Love you lots. Bye bye now.